The 23 Laws of Life. The 23 Laws of Life, Mind Waves audiobook begins with a visual of a timeless book opening to pages etched with golden words. The narrator introduces the concept of universal principles that guide our lives, emphasizing that these laws, when understood and followed, can lead to harmony, success, and fulfillment. The opening transitions to scenes of people navigating various stages of life, overcoming challenges, embracing moments of joy, and making pivotal decisions, highlighting how these laws shape our experiences. The introduction sets the stage for an enlightening journey into the timeless wisdom of life's foundational truths. Mental. This principle underscores the concept that everything we perceive in our physical reality is ultimately derived from and governed by the mind. It's not merely an abstract idea, it's a fundamental law that shapes your everyday experience and understanding of reality. The principle of mentalism implies that all phenomena of life, whether material or immaterial, are manifestations of a single universal consciousness or mind. It suggests that reality isn't just a random collection of physical matter but a mental construct created and influenced by collective and individual minds. Understanding this concept requires you to challenge the conventional paradigm of physical reality. It demands that you recognize the profound power of your thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions in shaping your world. It's not to say that the physical world doesn't exist, but rather it's a reflection of the mind. In other words, your reality isn't just something you're passively observing, it's something you're actively creating. You're not a victim of circumstances, you're a creator of your circumstance. This principle emphasizes the mastering of one's mind as a way to influence one's reality. In the Hermetic tradition, the principle of mentalism is a call to awaken to the true nature of reality and the limitless potential of the mind. It's an invitation to harness the power of your thoughts and perceptions to shape your world. It's a challenge to transcend the limits of physical reality and embark on a journey of self-discovery and self-mastery. Lesson 2: the principle of correspondence. Moving on to the second Hermetic principle, it's your understanding of the principle of correspondence that will provide a broader perspective on the interconnectedness of all things. This principle, expressed in the axiom as above so below, as below so above, elucidates the profound linkage between all planes of existence, be it physical, mental, or spiritual. Your grasp of this principle will help you perceive that patterns repeat across these planes, facilitating a deep comprehension of the universe's intricate design. For example, the atom structure reflects the solar system's design, with electrons orbiting a nucleus much like planets orbit a star. Here, the microcosmic atomic structure corresponds to the macrocosmic celestial arrangement. This pattern repeats, suggesting a form of cosmic symmetry. Additionally, this principle posits that the mental and spiritual realms correspond to the physical. Therefore, your thoughts, emotions, and spiritual experiences aren't isolated phenomena but are intrinsically tied to your physical reality. This interconnectedness implies that by changing your thoughts or emotions you can affect changes in your physical circumstances. To develop a practical understanding, you might consider meditation. By quieting your mind, you can better perceive the correspondences and harness them to create positive changes in your life. You'll come to see that the outer world is a reflection of your inner state and vice versa. Lesson 3: The Principle of Vibration. The principle of vibration. The third Hermetic principle holds that everything in the universe is in constant motion, and you're no exception to this rule. This principle underscores the idea that matter, energy, mind, even spirit are all but varying rates of vibration. Simply put, you're not a static being but a dynamic entity vibrating at your unique frequency. Understanding the principle of vibration can radically shift how you perceive the world. For instance, consider the solid reality of your desk. It may seem fixed and immovable, but on a subatomic level it's a buzzing hive of particles in constant motion. Similarly, your thoughts, emotions, and intentions aren't idle but resonate with energy influencing your surrounding reality. The principle of vibration isn't just a philosophical construct, it finds echoes in modern physics. The quantum field theory supports the idea that particles vibrate at different frequencies, giving rise to various forms of matter. The vibrational energy you emit aligns you with events, people, and circumstances that match your frequency, a concept known as law of attraction. Lesson 4: The Principle of Polarity. Shifting your focus from the vibrational symphony around you, let's delve into the fourth Hermetic principle, the principle of polarity, which contends that everything you experience has an opposite. This principle underpins the idea of dualities, the understanding that all manifested things have two sides, two aspects, or two poles. It's a universal law that implies an essential oppositional nature of existence. Think of it in terms of temperature. You have hot and cold, but these aren't separate entities, they're merely different degrees of the same thing. Temperature, it's a continuous spectrum on which we place arbitrary labels. In essence, polarity isn't about division but about a continuum. Similarly, emotions such as love and hate aren't independent of each other but exist on a continuum of feeling. They're merely different degrees of the same thing. Emotion: you can transition between these polar opposites by changing your mental vibrations, much like changing the temperature by adjusting a thermostat. This principle, when truly grasped, enables you to transmute one mental state into another along the very same continuum. Understanding the principle of polarity means understanding the fundamental sameness of the polar opposites. They aren't conflicting forces but complementary ones, reflections of the same reality, differing only in degree. Now, having grasped the significance of polarity and its role in your perceptions, let's move on to the next principle, the principle of rhythm, a natural progression from polarity, as rhythm itself is a dance between polar opposites. Lesson 5: The Principle of Rhythm. After understanding the fluid dance of polar opposites, you'll find it easier to grasp the next Hermetic principle, the principle of rhythm. This principle posits that there's a rhythm to everything in the universe, a back and forth movement that's as consistent as the ticking of a clock or the change of seasons. It's this rhythmic swing like a pendulum that ensures balance in all things. The principle of rhythm in essence refers to the natural cycles that we observe in life: the decline and rise, the rise and fall, the waxing and waning. It echoes the cyclical pattern found in nature, in human behavior, and in the universe at large. This principle suggests that nothing in existence remains static. Everything is in a constant state of motion, and this motion follows a distinct rhythmic pattern. For instance, consider your own experiences. There are periods of success and times of failure, moments of joy and instances of sorrow, stages of growth and phases of decline. It's this rhythmic pattern that allows for the transformation of circumstances, ensuring that no state is permanent. Understanding this principle, you can better navigate life's ups and downs, using the rhythm's flow to your advantage. In essence, the rhythmic flow of the universe is a dance, one that you're a part of, whether you realize it or not. And as you become more attuned to this rhythm, you'll find that you're better equipped to handle the changes that come your way. Now let's delve deeper into how these changes are random, but rather follow the principle of cause and effect. Lesson 6: the principle of cause and effect. In line with the rhythmic flow of life, you'll find that every action you take has a consequence, illustrating the Hermetic principle of cause and effect. This fundamental Hermetic belief states that nothing happens by chance or outside of universal laws. It's the assertion that every effect has a specific and predictable cause, and in turn every cause has a specific and predictable effect. Your actions, your thoughts, your words, they're all causes set in motion. They ripple out into the universe, creating effects which then react upon you and create further effects. You're not merely a leaf tossed about by the whims of the wind. You're an active participant and creator within your own life's narrative. Understanding this principle allows you to step into a more proactive role. You can choose actions that lead to outcomes you desire rather than being subject to seemingly random events. You can effectively design your reality by aligning your thoughts, words, and deeds to operate in harmony with your aims. However, this principle also highlights the responsibility you hold. Your choices don't simply affect you but also those around you in the world at large. It's vital to consider the potential effects before setting a cause into emotion. In essence, the principle of cause and effect teaches you the importance of mindful living. It's a call to action, a reminder that you're a part of the grand tapestry of existence, influencing and influenced by the interplay of cause and effect. It's a lesson on the power and responsibility that you hold in shaping your life and the world. Lesson 7: the principle of gender. Building on the awareness of your actions' consequences, you'll find that the principle of gender plays a pivotal role in your interaction with the universe. This principle, a cornerstone of Hermetic philosophy, posits that gender is manifested in all facets of existence, not merely in biological terms but also in the mind, energy, and matter. To understand this principle, you'll need to shift your perspective from the traditional view of gender as a binary concept. In Hermeticism, gender doesn't merely refer to the physical attributes of male and female. Instead, it represents the dualistic nature of reality, encapsulating the masculine and feminine energies that permeate all aspects of the universe. The masculine energy, often associated with assertiveness, logic, and action, is the driving force that initiates and propels. On the other hand, the feminine energy, linked with receptivity, intuition, and nurturing, is the receptive vessel that allows creation and growth. You'll see this interplay in your thoughts, where the masculine aspect is your conscious analytical mind and the feminine is your subconscious intuitive mind. By understanding this principle, you can recognize and harness these energies within yourself, promoting balance and effectiveness in your actions. The principle of gender underscores the importance of harmony between these energies, emphasizing that neither is superior nor can exist without the other. In essence, the principle of gender is a manifestation of balance, attuning you to the universal rhythm and enhancing your capacity to interact harmoniously with the world. Lesson 8: The Principle of Divine Oneness. Moving on to the principle of divine oneness, you'll find it's the belief that everything in the universe is interconnected and part of a whole. Rooted in ancient Hermetic philosophy, this concept implies that all creation originates from a single divine source and therefore shares an intrinsic unity. This principle suggests that separateness is an illusion. Your existence isn't isolated but rather interwoven into the cosmic tapestry. You're part of the cosmos as much as a star or a galaxy. This interconnectedness extends beyond physical proximity or similarity. It encompasses all dimensions of existence, including the temporal, spatial, and spiritual. At its core, the principle of divine oneness nullifies dualistic thinking. It's not about us versus them or self versus other. It's about recognizing the shared essence beneath surface differences. This principle fosters empathy, compassion, and understanding, as it promotes the idea that what affects one affects all. However, comprehending this principle isn't about intellectual understanding alone. It's about experiential knowledge. You can't grasp the true depth of oneness by mere contemplation. You've got to feel it, live it, and embody it. Lesson 9: The Principle of Mental Transmutation. Next up, you'll explore the second Hermetic principle, the principle of mental transmutation, which asserts that you can change your reality by altering your mental state. This principle posits that all elements of the universe, both tangible and intangible, are interconnected through the power of the mind. Delving deeper, this principle suggests that by consciously altering your thoughts and emotions, you can manipulate your personal reality. This isn't a mystical concept, it's grounded in the study of cognitive psychology. Your thoughts and emotions shape your perception, which in turn influences your actions and reactions. By managing these internal processes, you're effectively altering how you receive and interact with the world around you. The practice of mental transmutation isn't a quick fix or a shortcut to success. It demands diligent mindfulness, introspection, and emotional regulation. You can't simply wish things into being. You have to actively work on changing your thought patterns and emotional responses. The principle of mental transmutation is a testament to the power of the mind. It's not about denying reality, but about, without understanding and utilizing the mind's influence over our perceptions of reality. By harnessing harnessing this power you can craft a more favorable reality for yourself. Lesson 10: The Principle of Corresponding Energies. Now, taking into account the power of your mind to shape your reality, it's essential to delve into another significant Hermetic principle, the principle of corresponding energies. This principle emphasizes the idea that IES of similar frequencies tend to correspond or resonate with one another. It's a concept that's not only central to Hermetic philosophy but also finds resonance in contemporary quantum physics. The principle of corresponding energies essentially posits that as above so below, as within so without. In practical terms, it means that the energies and vibrations you project into the world both consciously and unconsciously will attract similar energies. If your thoughts, emotions and intentions are predominantly negative, you're likely to attract negative experiences. Conversely, if you maintain positive energy, you'll likely attract positive experiences. This principle encourages you to be mindful of the energies you're emitting as they directly influence your reality. It suggests that by consciously aligning your internal energies with your desired outcomes, you can effectively shape your reality. This is a proactive approach, urging you to take control of the energies you're projecting rather than passively accepting the energies imposed upon you. Understanding and applying this principle allows you to reclaim your power and become the architect of your own life. It's a call to awareness, a reminder that you aren't a mere victim of circumstances but an active participant in creating your reality. In the next section, we'll explore how this concept further develops into the principle of harmonic resonance. Lesson 11: The Principle of Harmonic Resonance. Diving deeper into Hermetic principles, you'll find that the principle of corresponding energies naturally leads to the principle of harmonic resonance. This principle posits that similar energies vibrate in harmony with one another, creating a resonance. It's the idea that like attracts like, or more accurately, like resonates with like. Consider this: when two tuning forks of the same frequency are placed near one another and one is struck, the other will begin to vibrate in harmony. Similarly, your thoughts, emotions and actions all have energetic frequencies. When these energies are aligned with the frequencies of your desires or goals, you're more likely to attract them into your life. However, it's not simply about wishful thinking. The principle of harmonic resonance requires conscious intention and action. It's not enough just to want something, you must also think, feel and act in ways that align with what you want. In essence, the principle of harmonic resonance is about attuning yourself to the universe's energies. It's about finding your unique frequency and aligning it with the energies that can help you achieve your goals. By learning and applying this concept, you can become more attuned to the subtle forces of the cosmos and harness them to your advantage. This understanding of energetic resonance brings us to the next Hermetic principle. You've aligned your energies, but how do you maintain that alignment? The answer lies in the subsequent section, the principle of balance. Lesson 12: The Principle of Balance. Having attuned your energies Using the principle of harmonic resonance, it's crucial you understand the principle of balance to maintain this alignment, as continual balance is the key to sustained resonance. The principle of balance in essence is the notion of equilibrium, a state of harmony where opposing forces are equal and stable, yet this doesn't mean stagnation but rather a dynamic equilibrium that allows for fluidity and change. Applying this principle, you must continually strive for balance in all areas of your life. From your thoughts and emotions to your actions and interactions, it's not about suppressing one side in favor of another, but recognizing that opposing elements are interconnected, complementary, and necessary for overall harmony. For example, the balance between activity and rest, giving and receiving, logic and intuition, all are integral to your personal growth and energetic resonance. Delving deeper into the principle of balance, it's essential to understand that it's not a static state but a process, a constant adjustment and realignment in response to changes in your internal and external environments. Balance then isn't an end but a means, a tool through which you can maintain your vibrational harmony, navigate changes with grace, and foster growth and transformation. Remember, imbalance isn't inherently bad or wrong, it's merely a signpost indicating where adjustment is needed. Recognizing and addressing imbalances, you'll foster greater resilience, flexibility, and equanimity. As you master the principle of balance, you'll notice a natural progression towards the next phase, the principle of flow. Lesson 13: the principle of flow. Following the mastery of balance, you'll naturally arrive at the principle of flow, a crucial tenet that further deepens your understanding of energetic harmony. This principle, underpinned by the Hermetic philosophy, posits that all elements in the universe are in constant motion, continually moving and evolving. It's an essential concept that guides us towards a greater comprehension of our own energetic patterns and the broader dynamics of the cosmos. You'll find the principle of flow embedded in natural phenomena. Consider a river. It doesn't remain static, it continually moves, adapts, and changes its course when met with obstacles, always seeking the path of least resistance. Similarly, the principle of flow encourages you to embrace change, adapt, and move forward with life's currents instead of against them. However, understanding this principle isn't solely about accepting change, it's also about recognizing the rhythms of life and aligning yourself with them. It's about being in a state of flux, ready to transform and evolve as circumstances dictate. The principle of flow encourages you to be like water, flexible and adaptable, yet powerful enough to carve your path. Lesson 14: the principle of cycles. While you're learning to move with the flow of energy, you'll also encounter the principle of cycles, another key Hermetic teaching that emphasizes the cyclical nature of the universe. This principle posits that all phenomena in the universe follow a distinct pattern of ebb and flow, or a cycle, mirroring the Hermetic belief of as above so below. The principle of cycles isn't just about the tangible cycles we observe daily, like day following night or seasons changing. It's also about the intangible cycles of emotions, thoughts, societal trends, and even the rise and fall of civilizations. By recognizing these cycles, you can gain a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you, allowing you to predict and respond to changes more effectively. Consider your personal life. You've likely experienced periods of joy and sadness, growth and stagnation. These aren't random fluctuations but part of your personal life cycle. Understanding this can empower you to better navigate life's ups and downs in a broader scope. The principle of cycles can also help you comprehend societal patterns. Recognizing these cycles can provide insight into future trends, allowing for proactive responses rather than reactive ones. Lesson 15: The principle of manifestation. In line with the Hermetic principles, you're about to explore the principle of manifestation, a concept that will transform your understanding of how thoughts and emotions can shape reality. This principle is essentially the mechanism through which your intangible thoughts and feelings become tangible realities. It's the process that bridges the gap between the mental and physical domains. The principle of manifestation rests on the premise that your mental states, both conscious and subconscious, can influence and eventually dictate your physical reality. You're not just a passive observer of your life but an active participant, constantly shaping your world through your thoughts and emotions. It's a powerful idea that challenges the traditional dichotomy of mind and matter. To make this principle work in your favor, it's crucial to maintain a heightened and directed focus on your desired outcomes. Your thoughts aren't merely ephemeral wisps of consciousness, they're potent seeds that, when planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, can grow into tangible manifestations. However, it's not enough to simply wish for something. It's about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions toward a specific goal. It's this alignment that catalyzes the manifestation process. It's about recognizing that you're a co-creator of your reality and taking responsibility for the world you're building. As you delve deeper into the Hermetic principles, you'll discover that the principle of manifestation is closely linked to another key concept, the principle of intuition. This next principle will further expand your understanding of how you can consciously influence your reality. Lesson 16: The principle of intuition. The principle of intuition. The next concept on your exploration of Hermetic principles takes your understanding of self-influence on reality a step further by emphasizing the importance of inner wisdom and instinct. This principle posits that the human spirit is intrinsically linked to the universe, transcending the confines of tangible reality. It suggests that you're equipped with a natural ability to discern truth, which isn't necessarily reliant on empirical evidence but rather an innate gut feeling or instinct. At first it may seem contradictory to previous principles, however it's an essential component of the Hermetic framework. It's about acknowledging that beyond the physical plane and intellectual cognition there's a deeper level of knowledge only accessible through intuition. This principle urges you to trust in it, to listen when it speaks, and to follow where it leads. It's not dismissing logic or reason, but rather it's emphasizing the balance between mind, body, and spirit. Intuition in the Hermetic context isn't a mystical or elusive concept, it's a potent tool for self-discovery and self-realization. The Hermetic teachings argue that intuition is the link between your conscious self and your higher self, the part of you that's attuned to the universal consciousness. So to harness the power of this principle is to step into a profound understanding of the universe and your place within it. Ultimately, the principle of intuition invites you to trust your inner voice, to embrace the wisdom it offers, and to allow it to guide your journey through the labyrinth of reality. It's a call to look within and discover the vast cosmos that resides there. Lesson 17: The principle of reflection. Building on your intuitive understanding, you'll find the principle of reflection mirrors this inward exploration, reflecting your inner cosmos onto the fabric of your perceived reality. This principle, integral to Hermetic philosophy, posits that what's within us is mirrored in the world around us. It's not just a poetic notion, it's an analytical concept that invites deep introspection. You'll discover that this principle operates on multiple levels. On a personal level, your thoughts, emotions, and biases shape your perception of reality. You don't see the world as it is, but as you are. This is the microcosmic aspect of the principle. At the macrocosmic level, the principle of reflection suggests that the universe itself is a mirror reflecting back the collective consciousness of all beings. This holistic perspective underscores the interconnectedness of all things and the reciprocal relationship between the individual and the cosmos. The principle of reflection isn't a passive concept, it encourages active engagement with your inner world to transform your external reality. By scrutinizing your thoughts and emotions, you can change the reflection you see in the world. It's a process of reciprocal transformation where the inner influence is the outer and vice versa. Understanding and applying the principle of reflection is a profound journey towards self-discovery and self-transformation. It's a reminder that you're not a mere spectator but an active participant in the creation of your reality. Next, let's delve into the principle of unity, an equally compelling concept that further deepens our comprehension of the interconnected universe. Lesson 18: The principle of unity. Every single one of your experiences, thoughts and actions is interconnected, reflecting the principle of unity in Hermetic philosophy, where you're not an isolated entity but part of a greater whole. This principle, integral to Hermeticism, posits that everything in the universe, including you, is interconnected and unified, manifesting as a singular entity. This profound principle contends that there's a unifying energy binding all things, a cosmic glue, if you will, that transcends physical boundaries. Therefore, every action you take, every thought you hold impacts the larger cosmic order. You're not just a passive bystander, you actively participate and shape this collective consciousness. The principle of unity isn't just a metaphysical concept, it's an operative principle. It's a lens through which you can comprehend the world and your place within it. By understanding and applying this principle, you're able to see the interconnectedness of all things and your inherent responsibility towards the whole. This principle also promotes an empathetic and compassionate worldview as you begin to recognize the shared existence between yourself and others. If everything is interconnected, then harm to one is harm to all. Thus, the principle of unity emphasizes the importance of positive actions and thoughts fostering harmony and balance within the universe. The principle of unity is a profound tool for personal growth and self-awareness. Understanding this idea can help you manage the difficulties of life and constructively contribute to the collective consciousness. It's a reminder that you're not alone, you're part of a greater whole, contributing to and shaped by the unity of existence. Lesson 19: The principle of transformation. In your journey of self-discovery, you'll encounter the Hermetic principle of transformation, a critical concept that encapsulates the ever-changing nature of existence. This principle illustrates the constant flux that pervades the universe and how all things without exception are in a perpetual state of transformation. The principle of transformation is deeply intertwined with the concept of impermanence, a fundamental truth recognized in many spiritual and philosophical traditions. This principle espouses that nothing remains static and change is the only constant. You're a part of this grand cosmic dance of transformation, with your personal evolution mirroring the universe's constant metamorphosis. Everything from atoms to galaxies undergoes transformation. It's a universal law that governs the material as well as the immaterial realms, affecting physical matter, energy, consciousness, and even spiritual realities. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are subject to this principle. They're not fixed, but rather they're mutable and capable of change. Understanding the principle of transformation can empower you, recognizing that your current state isn't static and it's susceptible to alteration can provide a sense of hope and control. It allows you to embrace the potential for growth and development and to harness the power of transformation in your personal journey towards self-improvement, movement, and enlightenment. In essence, the principle of transformation is a testament to the dynamic and fluid nature of existence. It's an invitation to embrace change not as an adversary but as an ally in your journey of self-discovery. Lesson 20: The principle of adaptability. Moving on from the principle of transformation, you'll next encounter the principle of adaptability, a crucial tenet that emphasizes the necessity of adjusting to the ever-changing circumstances of life. This principle, inherently fluid and dynamic, is grounded upon the belief that the ability to adapt is vital for growth and survival both physically and spiritually. The principle of adaptability underscores that the universe is in constant flux and you, as an integral part of it, shouldn't remain static. Instead, you're expected to evolve, adapt, and change according to the shifts in your external and internal environment. This constant evolution allows for the development of resilience and the honing of your innate ability to navigate life's unpredictable tides. Furthermore, adaptability isn't just about survival but also about thriving. When you embrace change instead of resisting it, you can better utilize the opportunities it presents. The principle suggests that your capacity to adapt directly influences your ability to understand and align with the universal law, fostering a deeper connection with with the cosmos. However, this process doesn't occur in isolation. The principle of adaptability is intertwined with other Hermetic principles. For example, the principle of correspondence, as above so below, implies that changes within you'll reflect in your external world and vice versa. Take note that adaptability isn't a passive process but an active engagement with change, an ongoing dialogue with the universe. Now, as we transition into the next section, you'll discover how this principle of adaptability lays the groundwork for understanding the principle of evolution. Lesson 21: The principle of evolution. Building on your understanding of adaptability, you'll now delve into the principle of evolution, another key Hermetic tenet that goes hand in hand with adaptability. This principle proposes that everything without exception evolves and unfolds in a predictable and orderly fashion. In the Hermetic perspective, evolution isn't a random, chaotic process but one governed by precise laws. Hermeticism posits that everything in the universe, from the tiniest particle to the largest galaxy, follows a specific evolutionary path. You might think of this as a grand cosmic dance choreographed by the laws of the universe. Delving deeper, the principle highlights that change isn't merely an external process but an internal one as well. It's not just about adapting to external conditions but evolving from within. You're not simply a passive observer, you're an active participant in your own evolution. This means you have the power to influence your evolution, to direct your growth, and to shape your destiny. In practical terms, understanding the principle of evolution can empower you to live more consciously by recognizing that you're not at the mercy of external circumstances but rather the architect of your own evolution. You can harness this principle to foster personal growth, self-improvement, and spiritual development. Lesson 22: The principle of alignment. After understanding the principle of evolution, you will discover that the principle of alignment is equally important in your journey of personal and spiritual development. This principle, rooted in the ancient wisdom of Hermetic philosophy, underscores the necessity of aligning one's personal vibrations with those of the universe. Consider the universe as an infinite energetic field vibrating at various frequencies. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions create your personal vibrational frequency. The principle of alignment suggests that by adjusting your frequency, you can attract experiences that resonate with your desired state of being. It's not about bending the universe to your will but rather attuning yourself to its rhythms. You might envision this as tuning a radio. If you're tuned into a station broadcasting fear and negativity, that's the energy you'll absorb. But by adjusting your dial, changing your thoughts, emotions, or actions, you can tune into stations of love, abundance, or peace. It's a process of self-transformation requiring self-awareness and deliberate intention. This principle, however, isn't simply about positive thinking. It's deeper than that. It's about understanding the interconnectedness of all things and recognizing that your alignment with the universe influences not only your personal experiences but the collective consciousness as well. Embracing the principle of alignment isn't easy. It requires disciplined self-reflection and a shift in perspective. Mastering it, on the other hand, can lead to great personal and spiritual growth, bringing you toward a life that truly corresponds with your innermost wants and highest dreams. Lesson 23: The principle of mastery. While you're aligning your personal vibrations with the universe, it's essential that you also strive for mastery, a key principle in Hermetic philosophy that will catapult your personal and spiritual growth to new heights. In essence, the principle of mastery refers to the idea of complete control over your own mental and physical self. It's about harnessing your personal power and using it to guide your life's trajectory in a meaningful, purposeful direction. Mastery, as per Hermetic teachings, isn't about overpowering others or exerting dominance. It's about self-control and self-discipline. It's a journey towards self-actualization, where you learn to master your thoughts, emotions, and actions. This principle encourages you to take charge of your life, to be the sculptor of your own destiny rather than a mere spectator. You may wonder, how can you achieve mastery? The road to mastery begins with knowledge. Understand your strengths, weaknesses, desires, and fears. Then cultivate discipline and perseverance. Consistently work on improving and refining your abilities. Remember, mastery isn't an overnight achievement, it's a lifelong pursuit that requires dedication, patience, and resilience. Moreover, this principle is interconnected with other Hermetic principles. For instance, the principle. The video closes by reflecting on how the 23 laws of life provide a compass for navigating the complexities of existence. The narrator reinforces that by aligning with these principles, viewers can create a life of purpose, resilience, and balance. The final scenes show individuals thriving in their unique journeys, building meaningful connections, achieving goals, and finding peace within themselves. As soothing music fades out, the screen displays a call to action: live by the laws, and watch your life transform. The closing image of the book sealing itself conveys a sense of completion and timeless wisdom.